Hashtag. Yes, I'm streaming. That's why the screen is yellow and people can hear us.
Perfect.
But we can't see your screen, pal.
Exactly.
Yes, but you can hear that we're streaming.
Can
If
you?
you say it, then you can. We can. Yes.
But you have to say it first.
I've already said it.
Only.
You haven't been paying attention.
Only-
You saw that right.
Anyway, welcome back to another episode of Star Wars. But first, before we get into the thick of things, a word from our sponsor. Actually, no, we don't have a sponsor, of course.
That's what you thought wrong, because the sponsor today is Manscaped, not really.
No.
Drink water, folks.
If
Yes.
that was our
Yes.
sponsor, I would be asking why did you choose such a wrong sponsor? Moving
Our
on.
sponsor is don't forget to hydrate. So let's
Yes!
last time, the party was split up.
We split up for 2
Three
sessions,
people
to be fair.
were left on the surface. Yes, 3 people were left on the surface of Iego trying to, well, defeat the incoming mercenaries.
Does someone
And
You
welcome
say
to
defeat. Do you mean remove the feet?
Yes, defeat.
Does
Exactly.
this episode begin with some random guy
or-
walking up to
or
Brindle
would
claiming
it
to be
be
his Diego
unfit?
Montoya, the master of the island?
Pika, you know what that reminds me of? The
What?
Nemesis system.
System. Oh god.
I mean, aren't we in the Nemesis system right now?
I don't think.
No,
we
a
are
Nemesis
anymore.
system means that when we go down, the enemy that takes us down gets like a special buff, and then when we defeat them, we get that buff permanent or a portion of that buff.
Exactly.
permanently.
We are in the Nemesis system right now. Pika is wondering which is the strongest Nemesis that keep defeating him one after the other and changing who is the Nemesis, Nar or Veg. His sanity is the thing that's being defeated.
Nah,
So-
I think Brindor is a lot more level-headed than that.
If there is a victim in all this, it is Brindle.
Yeah. Never did we think to see the day that he's praying for the crying girl to come back to the surface so he can get rid of these morons.
In any case, the other 2 members of the party, Ellen and Jawain, went into the depths of the temple. And they were successful after, well, defeating some creatures that were making their home down there. And they seemed suspiciously...
Deliberately.
Yes, suspiciously placed. In any case, they had somewhat harmonious, for the time being, collaboration with their new acquaintance. Actually, it's not that new as an acquaintance, I mean, but in any case,
We achieved our
now
primary
in
mission.
more... Yes, primary mission was achieved. She got what she wanted, and the 2 Jedi got a holocron that was also housed within the temple.
Good job I brought my
And
fedora.
we left off... Yes, and we left off exactly at that point.
Yep.
So, you get the holocron, she gets the metallic cube, and she says, nice. Now that I have what I wanted, we can move back to the surface.
Happily.
Do you have a way to raise the temple out of the ground again from inside?
Well, I think that We can do something like that, yes. But I don't think we'll be able to return from the way we came.
Thank goodness.
Okay,
So-
sounds make.
And she points at the temple floor, at the platform that you are actually on right now, and says, I see symbols that are reminiscent of the ones on the surface, so I believe that we might be able to open the exit from here.
Joanne immediately kneels down.
No, it's same as we went in. Master and Apprentice bond alliance says nearly on the opposite one to Joanne, which has the same
Mhm.
symbol.
Roll. Use the force check. Ooh,
Hmm.
yeah.
Okay.
All
That's
right.
more than enough. It is more than enough. So, you can hear a very big rumble, and at the other end of this quite big hall, hall as in HALL, not the other hall. You can
Hello!
Yeah, I mean it needs anyway. You can see an opening from this point that it seems to be leading up to the surface. For the people that are outside, you can clearly see the dome starting to rise again.
Okay. I'm going to exit the
My-
hall.
You have
My
to.
character,
No, no.
my character just has
That is
his
a
eyes
description
still
there.
closed. He just, you know, he has his hand a bit more sharper on the hilt of his weapon.
I
Okay,
jump
okay.
out of the hall. What do I have to roll? Mercy, for fuck's sake.
Tyrant, give me a highlight for this because I can think of something to do with this.
You
Have
have.
actually,
Yeah.
I have to roll.
Oh,
I
okay.
have to roll something.
Actually, I'm coming
Oh
out of.
god.
So, let's start with I'm coming out of the hall. And
You're in the
I think he
hall.
just likes that
makes
yeah, I was still
phrase
in
a
the
lot.
hall.
that
I'm
is going to
coming
give
out.
me a boost. Wait,
Oh no.
No!
damn it, damn it.
Never in Wedge's life
I
has
rolled
being
low.
in the hole been so disadvantageous.
Yes.
Wait, is
The
that
the rumble is
Mhm.
strong enough. The tremors in
Mhm.
the immediate vicinity of the temple are strong enough to start collapsing some dirt on you inside your new hole, and but you're dexterous enough because you have high reflex defense. Actually, you're flat-footed for this one. Wait, you're flat-footed for this one.
No
What?
dex. No dex.
What?
Let me see.
You're flat-footed.
Oh,
Let
please
me
tell me
see.
this is the GM giving Alana her sweet, sweet revenge without having to do anything.
Oh no.
It is 31.
Dark side point.
Why is it dark side point for me? I didn't do anything.
31.
So he avoids it.
So you see Wedge. You can see the hole starting to collapse, and Wedge from inside. You can see hands trying to grab from the surface of the
What
hole,
happened to Wedge? Oh, he got swallowed by
pull
dirt.
himself out, but the dirt continues to collapse underneath his pressure with his hands, and he's sliding back in. Other than you getting
God.
some dirt on you, nothing bad happens. But yeah,
Yeah, I'm coming outside. So okay.
yeah. When
Thank you.
the
He's
tremor
coming
stops,
out
When the
Okay, so since
when the tremors stop, you can actually get out of there without.
okay, so since I'm already sweaty from all this workout and the sweat is falling over my face, thank you, Miss. You made it even better for me. Thank you. Now I have mud on my face, and I look like a wrestler that fought in the mud right now,
No,
and I'm
you
coming
look
out.
like someone who had a very bad day.
I don't know what you're talking about. I look like a wrestler in the mud. Anyway, I coming out of the hall, and
He's
I
coming
take
out again.
position
Oh
to
God.
wherever your character is coming out.
Okay. Position
Okay.
yourselves. This is the exit. This is the exit. So just so you know.
Before we get to the exit, Alana's
Uh,
gonna.
the, the one that the one that we knew, now is around the one that we knew that I took it out was here. So yeah, he now has something prepared there. He still has both of his eyes closed. Both one hand on the hilt, another one over the hilt of his weapon,
Okay.
which is put in
I'm
the ground.
going to maintain my position so that I can keep distance away from Wedge, and also so that I can, not have my view blocked by the giant obelisk, so we can actually see more. Just have better visibility.
Yeah.
So while they're taking positions, I put my one foot over the dead robot or whatever it was that assassin droid was,
Mhm.
and I'm waiting for whoever is coming to
The
come out
assassin,
and
the
start
remains of the assassin droid
smiling.
was moved to one side of Nar.
Oh
There's
God.
probably some.
It's
There,
gonna be
I'm on the
that.
There's
It's
proper
gonna be.
probably
side
some
now.
We're just gonna
Droids there.
try and lead on the assassin's droid, but he thinks it's there, but it's gonna end up being that early forces and horses part when
No,
Delboy just falls falls through
Brindor,
the bar. If anyone knows what
Brindor,
going.
there's a problem there.
What?
There's a problem with your positioning there. You don't have a clear shot to Wedge.
To see him either.
Before we exit, actually, Elias gonna turn to the Inquisitor, going.
Mhm.
Actually, now that we've helped you get your thing, there's a small thing I need help with.
There's a man
Excuse
named
the.
Wedge. I need you to ask him out for me. I'm too nervous to ask myself.
Uh, she gives you a look and says, "Let's hear it."
You don't have to do anything specific. It's something that's been coming up in some work that I've been doing recently, that we need more knowledge of. Do you remember the first time we met and we poured through all those texts that we found in the base that we found you in?
Yeah.
Was there anything there or anything you can remember from other texts you've studied about the Jedi Civil War?
You can see. You can see she smiles and says, "Which one?" They were numerous.
The most famous one. The one where two former Jedi Knights returned from the depths of space to wreak havoc on the Republic.
Are you referring to the one during the Mandalorian Wars?
That one sounds correct, I think, yes.
Yeah. From what I know, there have been. Give me a second.
Mirs is looking through his Bible.
No, I'm making a roll.
She needs to recall everything that she's learned.
Yes. Maths. So it's.
Don't waste your
Ah,
oil.
okay. That was a good roll.
Let's say
Um,
I
No,
highly
these are
doubt
We
good
that
don't
her
say it, so
intelligence
okay.
rolls are.
hmm? And it was a gem roll, yeah. And it says the beginning of that specific civil war, I think, was instigated by Exar Kun. After his defeat, right after his defeat, the Mandalorian War started, and they pretty much led to the next Dark Lord to rise against the Jedi Order in the galaxy in large, which was Darth Revan, if I'm not mistaken.
I remember seeing a shrine, some sort of text about him in one of my more recent adventures. Did he at one point wear a Mandalorian mask at all?
I believe he did. Maybe he did wear a mask.
Maybe that's just what he was into.
He was a man in a mask.
Interesting.
Can't really blame the guy. I'm wearing one as well.
And it- and it's-
Mhm.
And
She points at her helmet, which is on her
Yep.
on her arm right now.
Alana smiles and says, "Does suit you at least."
Yeah.
It's
Kind
not,
of you to say. Well, it's
Yeah.
practical, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to rock it anyway, she says with a smile.
Why not? Try it on. It's much less restrictive from what it seems.
Yeah, I'm alright, she says, pointed to the hat slung around her arm right now. I'm much more into these things. Makes me look a little less suspicious in places that don't harbour with good feelings towards Jedi.
Yeah, well, the thing with helmets and masks and all that jazz is that it also helps concealing your face, which could be useful in certain situations.
Oh, don't worry, I know that all too well, Anna says, with a nod.
Yeah, so anything specific you want to know, or that was it?
Any information we can get from the Jedi Civil War would be helpful. It seems to me that it's coming up quite a lot in my travels for a reason. We're trying to discern why.
Look, and right now you are reaching the big hallway that leads to the surface. Says, look, if you want answers, I know someone that can give you answers. Question is, if that particular someone will be interested in giving you any of them. Number one. Number two, I'd not be very inclined in asking him to begin with.
And number three, Alana says, picking up on what, and possibly picking up on who she means. It also depends what price he would require.
He gives a small smile again and says, you're learning. And with that, you reach the surface. So, describe what
So when the
ungodly horrors.
so when Nar hears steps, he opens his eyes, and the witch and the other two can see on one side a pile of the corpses that Nar and the others kill, and on the other a few remains of the droids. He looks at the witch's helmet right in the eyes and says, "Hey, we took out your trash." Moves his sword to his shoulder and then looks at the lady and says, "So, do we fight her, boss?"
She gives a
Elena,
look around and she turns
But
to
By,
you,
by the
Zawen
way,
and Elena.
Nar has a bloodthirsty smile on all of
Okay.
this.
She looks around and then turns to you, Zawen and Elena, and she says, "Yeah, I neglected to mention that small, inconvenience for your friends. Well, not that I could reach anyone from inside the temple."
Elena shrugs and just
Believe me, we tried. We know. It's okay.
don't worry about it.
So long as you're
Now
okay with
he's
all your
waiting.
people being gone.
Now he's waiting for his answer, and his face is beginning to turn from bloodthirsty to irritated and not knowing do we kill her or not.
Elena,
while he's getting irritated, I turn over, I come over near over there, and I say, "Well, hello there," and I look over the Inquisitor, whatever is the new person. Means you now have to roll.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no, he's playing a bard. Oh no.
I'm rolling.
While you roll, does Elena answer now or not?
Elena will
Let's
just
let's
Elena's just
just
Elena's just
give a
face
say.
palming right
Yeah,
now, going, "No, no, we're not fighting. We've come to an amicable agreement."
No, that's
so
shrug. Now their irritated face turns her normal. Says, "Oh well," shrugs
God damn
his
it, dude.
shoulders and sheaths
I
his
took the
weapon.
second. I took the second thing because it makes much more sense. So this is the roll.
So it's kind of yeah, it's low. Yeah,
Oh.
you have no fucking idea who Wedge is right now.
Of course it doesn't.
God damn it, miss! Click a high roll for once!
I'm reserving my natural 20s when I hit
Only
you.
for, yeah, only for combat, but never for another.
He's reserved to kill Nar. We have already
When did you
established
time
this.
to miss?
Elena just looks Wedge right in the eyes as he's staring at Equus and goes, "This is not a good song."
Don't blow up our planet. Sorry.
Yeah, kind of. And I just looks at Wedge. Looks at Wedge with this serious look, and almost as if she's mind tricking him. She's going, "This is not a conversation you really want to be having right now."
What conversation are we thinking about? I'm just saying hello there.
You see the
And,
third person that emerged from the temple.
hmm,
Uh, she's a woman. You are not sure about her age. Certainly, uh, she's certainly over 30. But you cannot actually. You're not sure how old exactly she is. Um, and she's looking at you with. You can see that she has a pale grayish skin tone, white hair, and she's looking at you with yellow eyes that are like, what do we have here?
anyway, I'm still smiling.
You can also see some very prominent um, mm, tattoos on her face, which seems to be it reminds you. They seem more ritualistic more than anything else.
Okay. Yeah, I guess it doesn't have anything to say. Yeah, so I
Yes, it's
just
just looking
no,
to see
I
where
just
this
keep
goes.
so miss. I just keep smiling and not going to. I actually see her now more clearly, and I have already rolled the rolls. So I'm going to don't say anything anymore, and I'm going to leave it to the rest of you. And I'm going to take my rifle and go in a
Just
corner and wait.
He's gonna stroke the barrel.
before you went to that corner, that Nar gives you a pat on your shoulder, sir. You tried it. You tried. Like used to that.
No, it's not that. But anyway, no, there's a different. Actually, there's a different reason why I'm not bothering, and
I'm rolling. I'm rolling inside. I'm rolling insight slash perception for this one.
Mhm. Okay.
Just so you know. And she gets a 28. I believe that beats
Oh
your will
god.
defense, which means she gets a hint of what this means. So,
So when does she make her sanity check?
When the fireworks appear.
explain what vibe she gets from you, Wedge.
from me.
Yes.
Well, for the previous reasons, I'm not going to continue. Yeah, I know she's kind of dangerous.
Okay.
I actually sense that she's not to, mess with.
Okay.
Mhm.
Uh, you can see that she is narrowing her eyes, looking at Wedge, and
Mhm.
turns to whoever is nearest, whether Elena or Jawain. I guess Elena because she's closer to her height,
Mhm.
and says,
Yeah.
and says, "Is that the guy?"
She just nods.
Mm.
Got 10 meters. I wish you have rolled higher.
You said that I do have your permission to do something, yes?
Oh
I
my
said I
god.
said I wouldn't step in
Mhm.
if you did. I never said I'm permitting you.
Narad here says that doesn't mean I won't, with his hand close to his shielded weapon. Act
I'm
if you
not
go for
going.
my body.
I'm not going to harm him yet.
Narad he says and says, sorry, but if
I, I,
the
I,
moment you
I,
do,
I,
whatever treaty or peace you made with Elena is over for me at least.
She gives you a look and says, "Don't worry, strong boy. I'm just going to ask him a question."
Is he a strong
I
boy or a
raise him.
dex boy?
By the
This
way,
is important.
during that conversation, while smiling, raises his one eyebrow right now.
She goes full
Not
His
saying
TFS.
one.
anything, just
His one.
smiling.
So he doesn't have the other one?
For what expression I'm going, the raising of the one
Yeah,
eyebrow.
you're right,
I do
man.
know. It's just the way you said it.
Yeah.
Ah,
The
okay.
other one is covered in
The
mud.
other one is staying
It's covered in
steady.
mud.
Yeah,
Then what? Hey, no, 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 Riz, wouldn't that be the more pronounced one then?
No, it's just
Oh
one
god.
unibrow.
And
You
then
have a
just looks at the
unibrow,
Inquisitor.
exactly.
And then looks
There we
at
go.
and then looks at the Inquisitor. She just starts speaking, and the first thing Alana picks up on is her asking, "Which I wonder, what is your favorite fight to Logan?"
When she approaches you, just a bit, not too much. She just
wait,
takes a
what?
few steps. She
So
just
for a
takes a
second,
few steps towards you,
Mhm.
and then she
okay,
asks you,
yes.
"So, tell me, what do you know about me?"
Sorry.
This is a mind trick. You have to answer this truthfully.
Yeah.
The second one has
The
been performed.
for
This
the
is
people that know,
Yeah.
you can see a very slight gesture with her hand as she says that.
oh,
Oh
this is only
no!
Question. Not
It-
wouldn't need to roll any perception or anything to realize that she's doing something because the moment she implied she was going to harm him at some point, he's keeping a close eye on her.
Oh, trust me, this isn't only the second time they've just been mind tricked in the last 5 minutes.
I know, but that's why I'm asking Mears if Renar notices this or not.
At least,
Is
at
that
least
the
when Elena
gesture,
mind tricked,
Mir?
Roll a perception.
at least when Elena
Okay.
mind tricked him, it
Also,
wasn't with
doesn't
malice.
won't Wedge get like a saving throw of some type or no?
The mind trick, you mean?
Yeah.
No, saving throw is the will defense,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
and it
Nar
is
notices.
bad.
Okay.
Let me see,
Mhm.
because has decent stealth.
I think my head's too much in D&D.
Actually, she wouldn't try to be very covert about this. So yeah,
Okay.
you can see.
That's where. Okay.
You do
Eh,
see, you see the gesture. The thing is, if you know what that means.
Nard doesn't know what it means, but he's aware that she's probably has the same kind of magic that he knows Jawain and Elena has. So his hand has been just without touching his sword above it. He grabs it, but he doesn't pull it yet. He's waiting to see if she does anything more dangerous.
Elena just
Okay.
unsubtly leaves the conversation to go find Brindle.
You can see him hiding inside some bushes, rocking,
Rocking back and forth, holding his
rocking back and
knees.
forth. Exactly.
Elena just reaches down and touches his
He's basically in the fetal position.
Without saying a word, Elena just crouches down and places a comforting hand on his shoulder.
Anyway,
He's almost sucking his thumb.
what
No,
is the
I'm
question, Mir?
studiously ignoring all the insanity.
What is the question, Mirs?
What do you know about me? That's what she asked you, and you are compelled to answer this truthfully.
What I know about her?
Yes.
Well, uh,
Everything.
Yes. If you know
actually,
anything about her, you have to say it. If
so
you don't
here's
know
the thing.
anything about her, if
I
you
don't know
don't
anything
know
about
anything,
her, but I'm going to say my gut feeling right now. They're
Okay.
dangerous. And I just, mumble that knowing that I should have said that. And I say it while smiling. Oh, no.
she smiles back and says, "We're boys." And then she turns to you, Jawain, because Elena is often says, "This is not that bad, to be honest."
Now that seeing that
Well,
she
She tends
apparently
to.
is stopping to mess around a bit, he lets go of his sword, but until she's away from which he won't move his hand from the handle.
Let's face it, Elena
Mm.
plays things up a lot more than she usually should.
Yeah.
hmm.
So it was nice doing business with you, I guess.
I don't need a
Um,
guess.
Why?
Now,
Well,
now says to her is with his hand still hovering over it. Bring better halftime entertainment next time.
she gives you a look and then
Mhm.
says, "I don't suppose you have any training lightsabers with you, right?"
Fresh out of
No, that
those,
says
sadly.
no, that says I'm not a Jedi. I'm a warrior.
Oh, I know that. It's just that if I hit you with my actual lightsaber, you're gonna lose, a limb, organs, something.
Now that smiles back and says, "Yeah, but you're not going to come Well, either, little one, I can bet you that you are going to be at least sore for a couple of weeks. And you see that he has
Did you actually say
a
that?
challenging smile. Mhm.
Did you actually say that?
Yeah.
Okay. While you're saying that, I'm like, I am like, you see, Wed's smile suddenly go serious. It's like, you know,
Actually, Wedge,
the
it's time
face
for
of
you to roll a grapple
the
check. You're probably
actual
gonna
face
lose,
of concern.
but
Mhm.
You actually made Wedge get the face of concern right now, and he's like taking a step back right now.
To be
And
honest, out
Oh
of character, I'm
no!
saying this. Nar is
Wedge,
saying is bantering with her. He doesn't think he can win against her, but
Wedge
he is
just
never
yeah,
going to
but
back
welcome.
down. Mhm.
yeah, but you actually said it, and I'm like,
Mhm.
Wedge is like actually because his gut feeling about this person is not kind of good right now.
Hello.
Yeah. Mhm.
Meanwhile, this
She
is
moves a
happening.
bit closer to
I
you.
mean,
Mhm.
it's
No, she moves a
no,
bit
no,
closer to you.
Mhm.
but by the way, just saying because I'm probably gonna you
Mhm.
actually get it because you know Wedge is like a beast,
Mhm.
and beasts have a sense, a fifth sense.
Yep.
When they're not, they're actually going to get killed.
Mhm.
It's that thing.
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh.
You get the feeling that this is a mantis situation. You might not have a head after a while.
Mhm.
Dwayne, pass the popcorn. This is delicious.
Mhm. So what does the witch say?
wrong target, Elena.
Mhm.
Um, she stands right on the opposite
Mhm.
of you right now.
Mhm.
She gives you a good look, like you know that look. It's the look
Mhm.
that a seasoned warrior gives another to
Mhm.
measure them up.
He does the he gives her a same look.
Hmm.
People just
He has
passing
already
leaks around.
sees her up based on what Elena told him, and is the state of Elena and Jawen compared to her. He already has an idea that she's way powerful than either of those two together, and probably it will take the whole party to fight it. But he's not one to back down from shit talking.
Hmm. And you can see for a second there in her
Mm-hmm.
eyes,
Mm-hmm.
you get um, a glance of
Mm-hmm.
a glance that you theorize that's how you look at things
Mm-hmm.
sometimes when you
Uh,
get your battle frenzy on. Like, oh,
mm-hmm. No,
it would
no,
be fun to fight.
no, exactly. Now keeps his face serious and the same look, but deep inside he's giggling like, "Oh yeah,
What
it will
is
be
wrong?
fun to
Okay.
fight her."
Hmm.
He doesn't show it because it's not the time,
Hello,
and he
just
knows that
And
this
then
opponent is the one to.
mm,
Mhm,
she says,
mhm.
unfortunately, without safety measures, we cannot have civilized fight. So
Uh,
another time.
Another time. So he said that now.
Dwayne leans over to Nar and whispers, "It'll be a good thrashing."
Nar goes on to Javoin and says, "Oh, I know."
meanwhile, Elena's just trying to get a word out of Brindor, just going, "What happened to you?"
Look,
He's
Brindor.
just like at this point. He's just kind of falling asleep, just waiting.
Exactly.
Like they'll wake me when it's time to go. I'm just gonna nap.
I don't want to know what's happening. It's better for everyone.
Unconsciousness is more safe.
Fine, I'll just carry you
My
back to
sanity
the
is
ship,
not
shall I?
challenged in my subconscious.
Mhm.
Um, After that, she looks around and says, "Ah, nice. At least we have some speeders near for me to get. Good."
Well, then safe travels. I do hope we can have more amiable fits of working together in the future.
Yes.
Elena comes back round the corner
Not just says.
carrying the sleeping Brindle. Hey, little guy's
No,
tuckered out.
I said I'd
He
wake
will
up
wake
when it's
up.
time to actually go.
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna be awake while the two idiots are being the two idiots.
Yeah.
No,
But
not just says to her. No matter where it will be either side we are of the next time we met. It will be interesting if our passes crosses again. Says now. Mhm.
Yes. I bet it will.
Elena comes back round.
At her response, and not just does the bloodthirsty smile now. At that.
Elena,
okay, on that note, I think it's time we leave.
Elena just comes back round the corner after seeing to Brindle, just smiles at the Inquisitor, going, Sometimes, sometimes it's hard to picture, but I've missed you. She says with a smile.
She looks at you and says, "If at any point you find yourself questioning things,
What?
I might be able to, well, just consider me if that happens."
Elena nods and just says, "Same offer to you."
And as he starts going towards the nearest speeder, says again, "Well, if you want my honest opinion, even though it seems that you have some quite interesting and worthy people around this time,
Mhm.
the Jedi Order will fall again. It's what it always does. It was an experiment that it failed, and it is destined to fail. To fail."
To fail.
No, that
Eh,
just gives him a dry look and says, "So you don't believe in reinvention and just keep trying and learning from failure?"
"Oh, I do. I have. I'm keeping a healthy. Let's call it.
Watch on things.
Yes. I'm
Mhm.
not very inclined to believe that people often do that, to be honest."
No, that just
No, it
gives
doesn't
her.
happen
They
often.
keeps a dry look that with what she said that he said that and says, "But do you still already cross it off as lost when apparently has a kind of people that interest you like her?"
Hmm.
How's this parting word? Think about what we would be if we weren't Jedi. Would we interest you at all?
If you asked that of me a few years back, the question would be flat out no. But I have seen people without the Force doing remarkable things since then, so
As have I.
not sure anymore. In any case, it's been an interesting experience. I hope that you will find this holocron useful. And I certainly do hope that I will find this useful. And she throws the metallic cube on the air and catches it again. And she continues to the speeder.
But give me a second, miss. Just before she leaves, Wed says goodbye. And I want you to roll another one.
Of
If she knows, if she doesn't, she won't care.
oh god.
Yep. Nope. Are you sure you roll correctly? Yeah, it's oh my god. Yeah, you still not know. That was horrible, miss.
Ella looks at Dwayne and also projects.
Yay, Stab doesn't get to roleplay! Yay!
Yay!
Damn
Yeah.
it!
I think we're just watching suffering
Okay,
this
okay.
week.
I think this is going to be fun because she gets to the speeder, wears her helmet again, and there's the speeder's engine starts. Wedge,
Yeah.
you hear on your head
Yeah.
her voice saying, "Till we meet again."
So what the rest of the party sees right now is Wedge uh, suddenly shudder from fear. He's like, "Oh my god!" He says, "Oh god!" So he says,
As she's speeding off,
and
Elena
I'm not
says,
even paying attention to Wedge. I'm
Yeah,
watching. I'm
okay.
watching the
You
friend
just don't see it,
fly
but the
off.
rest, yeah, but the rest, if you're looking, you probably look around and you're like, oh, whatever. You see Wedge suddenly shudder from fear.
Elena just looks at that after watching the speeder go, but turns to Dwayne and says, "Next time we see her, remind me to thank her for that."
And
Wedge
yeah,
got the creeps. Amazing.
Dark side.
Wedge has the creeps right
It's not.
now.
It's not a dark side point. She's just making a She's just saying something. She's not saying anything threatening. She's just saying, "Remind me to thank her for something." That's not a dark
No,
side point.
don't worry, Cord. I'm actually noting every single time you're leaning more and more to the dark side. But at some point, you will get
At some point,
the
I'll get.
receipt.
The receipt.
Out of
Hello,
nowhere,
Alana.
you
You have
will be a
ordered
Sith Lord.
33 dark side points. This order
Out
has
of
been
nowhere,
delivered to you.
out of nowhere, Elena becomes a Sith Lord.
Darth Misery.
Brindor becomes the new main character.
Oh no.
But
Alright,
what?
this is now a
But what if
magazine
Wedge
reading.
becomes the main character?
The new mechanic introduced to the campaign. Magazine reading.
My magazines give me buffs.
God damn it, Miss.
Anyway, we should be off.
Yes.
Anyway,
Let's.
yeah, we're leaving.
Brindle, wake the hell up.
So-
We're going.
Alright, I'm up. Let's go. I
You're
ran out of
making your way.
magazines.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll buy you some more when we get to Dosus. Whatever.
Well, I have more at the ship. I just ran out for the ones I brought here.
So yeah,
It's gonna be
I have
boring.
an infinite supply of magazines.
I bet you do.
Okay, the screen changing just completely threw me for a loop. Like all the grass and the flowers and the cracked rock, straight to the pristine and clean Imperial shuttle. Whiplash.
As soon as they get back to the ship, Elena will open the holocommunicator to try and contact Kyle.
Mhm. Let me see.
so yeah. Am I in the cockpit with Brindle right now?
Yeah.
It
So,
probably should be. We're taking off.
okay, so I'm just going to say to Brindor, you told me there's going to be a sexy lady over there, but I'll just say this was not sexy. It was actually the most fearful thing I've seen.
I
Fear.
think you made up all those descriptions yourself.
Well, if you didn't sense the danger, I don't know how you're still alive.
I've gone through a lot of stuff, kid. You gotta get on my level.
Get good, scrub.
Well, I'll try to stay alive. I'm not going to be the guy who dies first. Anyway, and I'm setting up the computer for.
No, you'll be the guy hiding behind your mech suit.
Shots
The
fired.
mech. So, you are capable of establishing a connection, and
Okay.
you do reach Kyle.
Turns out our search was a
So,
successful one, Alea says with a smile.
that's good news. So, do you have any problems?
Let's just say the person you warned me about.
Problems? No.
Problems? No. Solutions? Yes.
Interesting happenings? Yes.
Turned out our Inquisitor friend was there before us, and she was the one who leaked the information to you to lead us to Iego in the first place.
Hmm.
You can see him thinking a bit, and he says, "Okay, this is I. Okay, what happened?"
Well, we found a temple very similar to the one that Luke once described to us on Lothal.
We raised it, and then it lowered on us, and she
Why
followed us
did you burn
inside.
down the temple? Raised.
We went through some interesting tests. She got
Other
what
raised.
she got what we came. She got what she came for. And then Alana just reaches into her pouch and pulls out the holocron. But this time, I didn't come back empty-handed. Shows the hologram to the projector. Found this at the
So,
temple.
yeah. So to make this short. Oh, for fuck's sake. Stub. Yes. Now, okay. Unfortunately, guys, the ship explodes for unknown reasons.
I'm not re-rolling.
At
I
least,
told you.
yeah.
Sorry, guys, you left the best part. Blame me that you didn't learn what it was.
Yeah. I was
Look at
expecting
Dino.
something of that kind. Yes, I was expecting something like that. Anyway, so back on topic. Uh, looks. Pretty much. Do you want to uh, inform Kyle for with everything that happened, or are you going to?
Ala's good friendly enough with Carl, but she has no problem informing him of everything.
Okay. So, is there something specific that you're omitting from the report, or nothing at all?
We're not telling him about the name thing because that's a secret Joanne and I promised to
Yep.
keep. But that's not really that important anyway. So
Okay. Yeah.
Well, you might not think so.
well, it's not important
You
for the
see
report.
him.
It's important that we learn her name. That's what we're keeping
Yeah.
that between us.
Okay. Send it here, damn you stab. Send it here because I'm. Yeah, I will roll for sanity. The DM, I mean, I'm not.
DM rolls for sanity.
I mean,
The DM rolls for sanity. Oh no! Do not give this over to Stamris, please.
no, I'm not going to give it to him. I
Okay.
don't have my time.
Okay. Yes. Um. Yeah, you can see that Kyle is very concerned about this, and he says, "I don't like this because it seems that she planned for you or for someone to be there and open the way for her. Number one. Number two, she was not shy from doing harm, from what I understand. Not to be unexpected, of course, from someone like her, but uh, okay, I'll be honest. Do you think that she might be viewing any of you as a potential collaborator? But I don't know how to say that.
Honestly, it's Alea just looks at him completely straight faced and just says to Kyle, "You remember what I said to Luke about her? You never know what she has under the
Yes.
table. You need to be prepared."
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She might be playing nice for now, but we don't know what she actually is after. So
Oh, are you just concerned that she's using us? Well, stop it, because she is, obviously.
yeah, okay, yeah. I guess we are on the same page here.
Yeah, you need to get from be concerned she might be manipulating to just acknowledge that she is.
Let us roll
But,
with that.
but,
But
might I posit, and I do believe Elena agrees with me, Master, this presents an opportunity.
Alea raises an eyebrow. She's showing she does agree with you, but she wants you to explain fully.
For one, she claims to know a lot more about the past and the Jedi and their former failings. Something that has been lots of information that's been lost to us. So, making acquaintance with her, at the very least, opens up access to information that we didn't have before.
Yeah, from what I gather, she's been raiding places like the one you visited for, I don't know, 6, 7 years now.
And most of those raids have been focused on what exactly? You don't know yet, do you?
No, we don't.
I think that we have a pretty good guess.
Yeah, I can see him looking at you expected.
She's after more knowledge.
Well, yes, but to what end?
Well, if she's the right kind of person, knowledge can be its own end.
I, well, I haven't met her, so I can't be the judge of that. But let's say I'm not very comfortable with her having knowledge from the Order or anywhere else, to be honest.
Unfortunately, as much as I agree with you, Kyle, it seems we don't have a choice for now. All we can do is keep tabs on her and see where this leads.
And who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe it will eventually lead with her. I'm not too hopeful about this, but if I let it go completely, then I don't think I could look at her the same. That she could be persuaded to give up her own misgivings.
I hope you're correct. But I personally don't feel very positive about this.
All right.
In any case, it's more than we had before. Plus, you have a brand new holocron that she seemed to not care about that much.
Either that, or she's giving us more knowledge in order for us to actually understand her more. As I've said before, adding to the game, as it were. She
I
may.
don't want to be pessimistic here and, well, that guy, to be honest, but I think she's fishing for future accomplices of hers. And from what she says about the Order and all that, she's counting on us doing things not very effectively, not very, you know, she's counting on us making a mistake that could potentially bring someone of you closer to her. I'm just making a guess.
Oh, and I believe you're making the correct guess, but honestly, being fatalistic about these things isn't going to do us any favors. All we could do is keep an eye on her and see what moves she makes.
Yeah, easier said than done. That to keep an eye on her. I mean,
She does have a.
So, does this conversation take place over here on the deck?
I think it takes place
So, I listen to all
on the
this.
cockpit. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
so
it's
okay. So, I listen
because
to
the
this
comlinks
conversation.
and
Okay, because I have some parts I would like to interject, but I'm not going to right now. Actually, Wedge
Even if
right
you
now,
did, even if you
after
did, the right response from Kyle would be, "Who are you?"
actually, I'm not. No, I'm not going to respond. Actually, I'm not going to respond since you're already there. And what she's going to say, she's going to leave the room because everything has been set on the flight mode on the auto, and move to the cargo bay. And that's about it. After that conversation, part of your conversation.
okay. So
So you can continue. Wedge is not in the room right now, and will come later.
mhm.
Continue.
Kyle pretty much thanks you for your troubles and recovering um, the holocron at least, and for making things to have a rather well nice is end on this part.
Ella just smirks and just says, "You told me what to do already, Kyle. I just followed your instructions," she says with a cheeky smirk. Now, good luck.
Sorry,
Okay.
guys, I'm killing mirrors right now.
Question: does Wedge send this?
Of course, it's going to be in. And I'm going to laugh in that way also.
Okay. Okay.
Actually,
Okay.
okay, I'm going to post it on the share because you're not going to have an idea what's going to happen.
This is when Carl goes, "Who the fuck is this?"
Who the fuck is this? Yeah, indeed.
We can't see it.
Yeah, let me post the GIF.
Perfect.
Oh God.
So, by the way, now he's just on the
Just
hallway
imagine,
there, hearing
just
everything.
imagine Wedge being that guy right now.
Not the one that is dying.
The one that is dying is news right now.
Yes. In any case, let's move on. So
Oh, the moment Jawain exits the hallway, Nar looks at him and says, "Hey, do you have a minute?
Sure.
Tell me everything about the fighting style of her." Everything you know.
Something tells me. Okay. Um. Okay, fine, whatever, sure. And everything I remember, I I, I tell.
okay.
I want
Nar
to remember.
tells you, "Thanks."
You know for a fact that she's using a double-bladed saber, which means
Yeah, but
she
7 years
quick.
have passed since then, Riss. Who's to say she's not using two?
What? She gonna
I
be
know.
Ponkrell Light?
Um, the thing is that during your adventure in this temple, she was tempted to use her lightsaber at first, but then she
Abstain.
quickly deduced that it wouldn't help that much and reverted to actually using her force powers.
AKA her Night Sister magic.
Hmm.
Her green fart bubbles, yes.
What you can tell, both of you, because she was using a different thing from what you are traditionally comfortable and knowledgeable with. The effects that she was creating were similar to what you can do with force powers, but it seemed to be more effective, more focused and effective, but it took a lot more focus and effort from her part. So,
I mean,
what that means technically is that she's using a force power with a better chance to actually succeed, hence the advantage on the roll, the two rolls I should say, but it takes up more actions than just using a force power.
I mean, I figured as much, and I mean, also not just that, but also with because of Joanne's experience training and traveling with Ilva as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he's had exposure.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. It is very similar to what you've seen Ilva do, pretty much.
It's just um yeah.
Also, Nar, you can roll a perception or tactics roll.
I will roll tactics. Roll.
Okay.
If I have tactics, I'm going to roll tactics.
But what if you have tic tacs?
Okay.
Well, you don't roll Tic Tacs, you eat Tic Tacs.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So,
But then again, if I have tic tacs, I will eat them. So it's still the same principle.
So now, from what you've seen, she has the aura of an experienced fighter.
Mhm.
You could see a hint of bloodlust also.
Mhm.
When you were showing your bloodlust, she
Yeah.
responded in kind, pretty much.
Mhm.
It was a. I
And
bet your mind's bigger.
yeah, and from
Mhm.
her clothing, her physique, you get the feeling that she's leaning more on agility
Mhm.
than raw strength.
basically the
But
same thing as Dwayne, except bigger.
Mhm.
yeah, um,
She's an
you doubt
Elena
that she
size.
would be.
She's an Elena size Joanne.
You doubt that she would be as fast and nimble as Jawain is.
Mhm.
But you could also see ferocity.
Mhm.
So
She has
Okay,
all of her.
so
She has all of her Koras in her Matana.
yeah, and especially
Mhm.
if she's using two weapons
Mhm.
or a double-edged
Mhm.
weapon, it
Mhm.
means that she relies on multiple quick strikes rather than
Mhm.
just one.
Mhm. Makes sense.
Master Flurry is her favorite feat.
Yeah,
uh, so
Kotor joke.
yeah.
yeah.
So Narf thanks Jawain for the info and it goes to meditating and he's going to basically he's going to well he made it sometimes do some thinking about her strategy stuff like that could be based on what he has been told stuff like that he knows she's probably one of the strongest opponents he could have had a chance to fight and he knows that it's probably as a warrior the kind of level he should just try to surpass. So he will keep, thinking and trying and meditating about that.
Oh, one more thing. Just
Hmm.
to make it clear,
Hmm.
the first time we encountered her,
See,
there were four of us, and we were lucky.
oh no, yeah. Again, when when he probably something I said when while he was doing all of that, he was aware that the four of us would be necessary to maybe match her. Maybe he's not
Or,
sure
or wait,
if
I
we could.
actually, do I remember that right? Were there four or five of us?
There were
Four.
four.
There were four of us. But the first time
Cloud
we
wasn't
met.
there. Even though you and I,
Okay.
even though you and I did the majority of the heavy lifting in that fight,
Hmm.
Tyrant was still four of us.
Yeah,
Yep.
there were four of you, and you
Mm-hmm.
did take some minor damage
Mm-hmm.
from the small number of
Yeah.
other mercenaries that were inside
The biggest thing I remember from that fight, aside from your crit Tyro, is you and I trying to slap each other out of fear and failing.
And neither of us could do any damage to each
Yeah,
other.
yeah. I failed because you were too.
Oh
I
god.
failed because you were too small. And I have dog shite strength. You failed because I couldn't roll for crap. You failed
No, no,
because
no.
your
You
strength.
failed because I had DR active. I failed because I lacked the strength.
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
In any case, you are back on track to your next destination, which is
Jungle.
Tungle. Yes.
Dongle. Oh no.
Tungle.
During the travel, Elena will go to the dining
About to
room.
say,
Is this a Pokemon? It's just saying its name over and over again.
Yes.
Tungle, I choose you.
Tungle.
Elena will look at
But
them.
okay, speaking of
It
though, like
evolves into Wungle.
while on the way, does Elena try to open up this holocron?
She does, and she gives you a look and say, "Up to you. You can either help me with the holocron or make sure that Wedge, in particular, doesn't disturb me."
From what you can gather, Wedge is the least possible
About to say, Wedge is
threat
literally the least of our worries.
right now.
Fair enough. I'll.
Let's do this.
Yeah, but Joanna's
Hey
a lot.
guys, found the door. Wanna
Hey
drink
guys,
beer?
new day, new
Wanna
me.
drink beers right now?
Don't prove me wrong.
Just imagine what's happened.
No, Tyron, what you mean to say
Okay.
is, don't prove me right.
Um,
So let's open this holocron.
Elena.
Yeah, well, actually, so yeah, what actually happens? The only thing you sense from Wade right now is that he's listening to music from the cockpit in the cockpit, and that's about it.
At least he's cleaned
So you're
himself
not
up.
being
At, at,
bothered in any way.
at least he's changed his bloody clothes. Anyway.
Yeah, he's not going to bother you right now. So because he's actually flying, and you know.
No, he's doing the most important job of all, holding down the self-destruct button.
and and again, in our is either training or meditating.
Or is he medi-training?
That's part of training, so
No, he's
both enter.
medi-training is its own entity. He's meditating, but he's also using his sword and training at the same time. It's meta.
Many trainings died to bring us this information.
Many brains, you mean?
Many brain cells at this point. Elena, use the first check to see
Okay.
if you're successful in opening the holocron.
Use a force check to zig those zacks.
Okay.
I think I am.
I think a 19 does it.
Yeah.
The holocron explodes.
It was too good.
Question.
It was too good.
Is it a hole
You
in
see,
the
you
in
see
the
a
whole
figure
ship?
emerging. You see a robed figure emerging from the holocron, and he says, "Seriously, I don't have anything to teach you." And he goes away.
Oh god.
No. A figure comes up
If
on
he walks
a figure comes up in
No. Here's what happens. He walks away, but he walks away. He walks out of the room. He goes out to the cockpit. He slaughters our two pilots, and he pilots the ship into a black hole.
No,
And while he does it, just before you reach the event horizon of the black hole, he says, "Ha, youngsters."
What happens is Elena opens a holocron. It's a robed woman, and she just stares at Elena. Elena stares it deep into the eyes of the robed woman, and then all of a sudden it turns into the Spider-Man meme, and then points at each other, going, "You, me, I, you."
So, inside the holocron, you manage to open it, and you're connected with it now. It's not the first time that you have done something like that, using a holocron, I mean.
Yeah.
So, you get the feeling that you can do numerous things now. You can either tap into the holocron's how to call it? There are different categories that you can navigate through right now. Number one, training techniques. Number two, about training techniques for force powers. Training techniques about lightsabers. General knowledge.
Let's start with the general knowledge tab. I press free on the
Okay.
key. I press free on the Holocron's keypad for general knowledge.
Okay. You see a figure emerging. It's a robed figure. You don't recognize it, of course.
No, you do recognize it. It's Wedge.
Oh no!
No.
Which was the great Jedi Master?
No, the holocron opens.
See,
No.
I told you we would get together. It's the Force.
No! Even better. The robe. We see her robes come on. There's no form. Alana's confused, and she sees the robes
You
drop,
can't.
she sees the robes drop, and it's just a rock. The Master Rock is real.
You see Ketch.
Yes, we see
You
Ketch.
say,
No. It is a
You
rock.
think
You're like, wait, it was real the whole time. And you just hear loudly from space, "I told you."
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, that's
So-
much better.
you see Dwayne the Rock, actually. And anyway, you see, it's a male figure. It seems humanoid. It's a near human. It's not. You're not exactly. Actually, roll a galactic lore check. See if you recognize the specific subspecies.
Should it just be beat rolling, or should Tyron roll as well?
Anyone who's there and can see this.
Yeah, me and Tyron.
Yeah.
Oh,
I promise you, I'm not getting that big of a roll.
I'm
I can also help, guys, if you need me.
the dice are really with me today. Seriously.
Okay. Dwayne, you don't know. It seems like a human to you. It seems like a fancy human to you, I guess.
It's a fantasy. It's a fantasy human.
It's a fancy human.
Yes,
It's a wedge. Just say it's a wedge.
it's a wedge.
Wedge.
You get the feeling that you're seeing which ancestor.
It's that specific specimen belongs to the wedge species.
But isn't Wedge's ancestor? Isn't Wedge's ancestor just a potato?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
Wedge's
can
ancestor.
recognize it from the impeccable hair and that peculiar seam on his neck.
It's a genetic trait.
Exactly.
It's like zebra stripes. What can I say?
Wait, that's not a necklace. That's a special feature.
Anyway, Elena, yes, this is some kind of near human species. It reminds you Nar. So
Edichani.
you're, but not exactly. So you're making the assumption that it could be an Arcanian.
It's Alana does know the Echani, so she thinks it's either an Arcanian or an Echani.
Yeah, that's a possibility as well. And that figure begins to. Uh, First of all, he says. Uh, he greets you. Uh,
And then he smiles
Greetings.
thirsty and says, "Want to spar?"
Yes. He says, "Greetings, apprentice. Uh, what lessons from my experiences and the knowledge I possess would you like me to share with you?"
What is love?
Baby,
Baby,
don't
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 hurt
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 me.
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 Don't
Don't
hurt
hurt me.
me.
No more.
Do I get a selection of options
We
from
killed
it?
Mears.
Do I get a
Hmm?
do I get a teletext option with like, if you want to learn about my history, press 1?
Yeah, okay, there's a few things that they are pretty well easy to guess. You don't even need to have any prompt for that. I mean, who you are or something like that. It's a no-brainer that you could ask that. Another thing is that you feel something uh, pulling you towards questions about trials and tribulations, war, maybe.
Tell me about your trials and tribulations.
Well, apprentice, where to begin? It will take us 10,000 years. No. It is.
I have time.
So.
Dwayne, bring my coffee.
Perfect.
On it. Out he goes.
All right, I
So,
guess it's gonna last that long. I'd better order some more magazines.
yes.
Yeah.
So,
Doesn't care because he doesn't want to miss anything. So
you get the feel you understand after a while that this particular Jedi is one of those that existed on the first temple slash academy on Ossus, and they were making some expeditions in various locations that they felt a very strong pull through the force. One of them was Ieg, of course, where he actually was the leader of that expedition to that system and that particular planet. And he has a lot of interesting things to tell you about that particular system. It seems that it has a lot of special conditions, let's call them. Sometimes it's very difficult to communicate with others from a distance. Um, it was also the first time, one of the first times that they had incorporated hyperdrive technology. So it was something rather new. And they were getting very strong readings, let's call, from that particular system. And he tells you about some skirmishes that happened with various rather savage creatures on the planet's surface. He tells you about a few run-ins with very strange humanoids that seemed to dwell in caverns on Diego, but they seemed to be very intelligent, like almost a human, and they didn't seem to have any real reason to fight, especially after they realized that, well, uh, they can cut off limbs with a swing, with just a swing, or use force abilities and stuff like that. So they kept their distance, and they seem to be strange, very not scaled exactly, uh,
Feathered.
but very hard plates on their bodies, especially on their backs. They seem to have horns. They were a bit strange. Uh, and yeah, after that, he tells you how difficult it was to actually start building the temple, and how difficult it how to build specific sections of the temple. And he knew that would be best for the Dark Jedi. You see, there is no mention to Sith at all. If they ever find this place, to not be able to reach at the end of it. Because they were supposed to hide a very treasured artifact in there. If you ask about it, he pretty much says that it's an ancient heirloom of the First Order that was many generations ago established on Tython. And it was one of the very strange and difficult to decipher devices that the first people of the Order were able to create using what knowledge they could derive from the Thoyor. Roll a galactic lore check.
This is going to be good.
Wait a second. So whenever we roll knowledge checks on on a holocron that has to do with Jedi or Sith lore, are we able to use the holocrons use the Force?
It's
Bonus.
more okay. It's more of a roll to see if that specific name tells you anything, or if you
Oh,
can recall anything about this. If you have heard it before.
okay, gotcha.
What's wrong with my dice at the
Mhm.
Oh wow,
moment?
I actually got a 20.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay. Still, it's something that you needed at least a 25 to actually
Force point.
Oh, I'm
Good.
sure.
I'm gonna have to. I can force point.
know something about it, because we're talking about something very obscure right now. Okay.
Now we know about it.
Now it's
Yes.
half the battle.
Elena, yes, you remember that Luke had the talk at some point with Kukruk was there as well. Kyle was there. Let's see who else was there.
I was there, obviously.
Yes, you were there, obviously. Cal was there. Coran Horn as well. Uh, maybe Silgal at a distance. And they were talking about something called the Thoyor, that they were instrumental in the creation of the first Jedi Order, according to what they were able to find from ancient texts.
Hmm.
Uh,
But what exactly this is, you don't know.
Dwayne, you see Elena's eyebrow raise exponentially at the mention before you.
What are the Thoyar?
Like what happened to Wedge a day ago.
Elena whispers to Dwayne, "Have a species that help found the Jedi Order."
Gotcha.
So, you see that he's saying that as if it is, he doesn't make any remark on the Thoyer or something like that. It seems like it's supposed to be something from his end at least.
Thankfully, I do.
I
know.
mean, he's not going to explain unless questioned. That's what I'm saying.
It's not going to be an instance where he randomly gets out a massive book and says, "Okay, Padawan, time for your exam."
Yeah. You see that he's continuing with his lecture pretty much, and says that the specific artifact was stored in there because number one, the masters responsible for keeping these items concluded that it would be best if they were safe kept in different places rather all in one. In case of a bad event happening, it could be catastrophic if they all fell to the wrong hands or if they all get destroyed at once. So they decided to scatter them about. And yes, he says that his job was to establish that particular temple there and store it inside, make sure that it's not going to be no one is going to trespass there and live to tell the tale unless they have Jedi training. Unless they're Jedi themselves, pretty much. And yeah, that's pretty much when he ends this particular lecture. If you want to ask something specific about the nature of the artifact or anything else,
I
you can
basically
go
asked
ahead.
what exactly is this ancient artifact that the temple was protecting.
Okay. He tells you that it's a codex that has stored numerous coordinates and very specific routes. And he says something that catches your attention. That it's built in a way that it can predict changes if they happen through the force. If these routes changes, it's like a compass that can show you specific things in any given time. Where
Dwayne,
specific things are in any given time. And from what you understand, they are not things as items or tools or something like that, but specifically places.
Dwayne, you see Elena's face go a little bit pale at that mention.
You also, from the description that he gives you while he's describing, the nuances of the artifact, you realize that it was the metallic cube that Jashera took.
Hence why Elena's starting to go a little pale.
Any other questions? Any other questions?
Welsh
How many
has
sanity
respect.
points do they have left over after all this?
How good are you in a fight?
um, what became of the Jedi temple?
He says that after the years passed, he created his holocron, the one that you are holding right now, and he stored it with the artifact as well. And for his last days, he returned back to the Temple on Ossus. And he also mentions, actually, that's it for that part.
And I'll look to Joanne to see if he's got any questions.
Nothing comes to mind right now.
Okay.
Elena has one last. The only other question Elena has to ask is who he actually is.
Okay. Where are you, my guy?
I
The
am Jedi.
guy?
I am Jedi Master.
Guy.
I am Jedi Master Dude McGuy.
Yes, I have. I have the come on the notes for the holocron here, but who the guy actually is, I have it on a different.
Shouldn't it be all the same? Having in mind
Yeah,
that
it
it's his
should.
holocron?
Yeah. Now that you mention it,
You think so,
last time,
but really, no.
should be yes.
Riss, if you give me an option to figure out who the guy is, I'm gonna ask who the guy is. You should have thought of that.
Yes, that's the thing, Cord. I was under the impression that I had it on the same page, but it is not. Apparently,
Okay.
for some reason, I think I know.
Need artistry draft.
Uh,
It was Wedge all along.
Okay, yes, here we are.
Good.
Yes, there he is. His name was Lane Karos.
Linkara.
Yes, not Linkara.
Lincoln.
Now you.
Oh god damn it! We got Lincoln on this show. We had Saga in the
When he says the
casting.
name, and when he says the name, you can see a small hat that he gets on his
Yes,
head and wears.
being out the
And a
background.
wall appearing on the back with fire over it.
But you see him wear a hat and glasses, and all of a sudden a new option pops up onto Alana's holopad saying, "Do you want to learn about my Power Rangers reviews?"
Oh, God.
Comics reviews, you mean?
Power Rangers and comics.
I'm feeling more and more like Palpatine when Windu was threatening to kill him because he was too dangerous to be kept alive, and he was like, "Please don't,
Do it! Do it!
please don't." In any case, yeah, he seems to be from the Jedi that ended up on Ossus after they left Tython, which you know that this took many generations for them to get there because they didn't have hyperdrives at that point.
hmm
Only the Rakatan Empire had hyperdrives at the beginning. And it seems that he was at the period when the hyperdrives were actually being first created and putting them to use.
Essentially, it was a Class 7 hyperdrive.
Yeah. And these expeditions were very dangerous because this whole thing was very new to them.
He actually then remarks to Alana and says, "Oh, you're wondering what I said where?"
Many Bothans died getting the coordinates and
Mhm.
the things wrong during
Little
the
did you know
hyperdrive
they're
hunt.
padding out their death numbers by just including natural deaths due to age from the general population.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, it
I,
looks
I
like
have to Okay, I have to say this since you mentioned that, Pekka, that the Empire did something very great, and actually
Oh
did
no!
numerous great things. But one of them is that they actually reduced the unemployment rates on Alderaan to 0%.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
I was say, I'm pretty sure the Bothans just looked at how many obituaries they had the day of the operation and said, all right, this is how many we're charging the Rebel Alliance for credit.
We're
Alana,
not doing it
They'll
for free,
never,
damn it.
they'll never double check the numbers.
Oh god.
Alana just looks at Holocron and he says, "Oh,
No.
you're wondering how I felt when I got there. For 10,000 years I slumbered, ready to endure my new temple, and yet for some reason, even in cryo sleep, even when with all of them there was no risk of them doing any such danger, still all the Boffins died."
Oh, also, what you get from all that, both you and Wayne, is that although he knew how to use the device, he was not the one that constructed it first, number one, and it seems that at least him didn't know how to replicate something like that, how to create something like that himself. Maybe someone else in the order, maybe. But from what you understand, you can make an educated guess that at this point, no one was able to recreate a device like this.
Hmm.
Hence the reasoning behind, storing it somewhere safe.
Alana has no more questions at this time.
Okay. The holocron. You deactivate the holocron
And
uh,
Alana just gives a look
with
at
with come on, with a bow from his head. He says, "Until the next time, apprentice," and the hologram disappears and the holocron deactivates.
Alana just looks at Dwayne with a little bit of her face is a little bit paler than it was when we opened it, and she just says, "Are you absolutely sure we made the right choice?"
I guess that depends. What is this codex?
From what we know, it's at least something that should not be in the wrong hands.
Meanwhile,
Mhm.
Wedge is listening to music. uh,
What is love?
No, Alana's not
unless
bad shotting him.
something else, Yeah. Unless you want to do anything else on the way there, I suppose you will be arriving on Tungu.
What will happen on the way there that I'm not going to, roleplay, but just comment. Uh, as they passes, you see that sometimes to Elena, sometimes to Joanne, Nara inquires about the mentality more questions of that type regarding the witch. I don't remember her name, so yeah.
You don't know
He
her.
doesn't call it
Well,
witch,
we never told you her name, so
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I mean, out of character. I don't
okay.
remember
Well,
it.
it's fine.
It's fine.
Mm. And he doesn't know it. Also, he's a witch. He just knows, it's another Jedi magic or stuff like that. Enemy of your group. And there.
Another one.
Yeah, there's a whole
Another
planet
one!
of them now. So why not say just another one?
She likes games.
hmm You don't need to tell me what you tell him. Right now. I know you will probably
Hmm.
uh, answer a few of his questions, but what you say is that he's clearly poking her mentality in general, both in combat and out of combat, from what you both remember.
Hmm.
That's all.
What I want to do doesn't need to be on screen or off screen, on screen and role played either, unless you want to, Riz.
No, I don't want to roleplay this. Just
Yeah, I
No,
make
mean,
it clear
I know,
the
I know.
the now he's collecting as much as he can regarding her, trying to seize not seize her as a warrior because he already done that, but more like understand her as a warrior since he had not had the chance to fight her.
Elena's going to do something else that's not necessarily roleplay unless it's needed on your own base, but she's going to have a social call to get to just for a bit of friendly advice on something. Nothing that needs to be on screen or anything.
okay.
She's going to have a social call with Han Solo asking for some advice on how to deal with idiots.
Listen, kid. Uh, in any case, you are fast approaching the jumping point outside Tungu. So, you know that the facility you're going to, well, get into trouble next, I guess, is some kind of storage area for cargo that is being shipped off. Uh, you should expect it to be guarded as well, like the previous one. And it's not a fort or a fortified position like the previous one. It's more of a cargo bay that is guarded pretty much. So that means that you could approach with your ship if you want to start the fight using the ship. Of course, you don't know what defenses they have installed there, so
And you also know I'll look with ship combat anyway, so I don't think we'll be doing that to start with.
Yeah, we don't have anyone. Not as we, when we get there and stuff like that, and we're seeing their states. So, does anyone here know how to fight on the ship? Because I have no idea. I can make good plans, but not necessarily that.
I don't think ship combat is in our best interest, Solana says.
Oh,
Now
perfect.
we kill him. Anyway, so
Do we? I think that we
how do you
found gold.
want to approach the situation? Do you want to go there stealthily? Do you want to go there guns blazing with the ship?
From here, if I roll tactics, could I get a good idea of what would be the better option? Depending on the role, I know, but
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Helping with the roll.
Okay.
If you want.
If you knew what defenses they have, then you could
I
make a
know we don't
match
know
better.
exactly what I don't know we don't know exactly the
Yeah,
defenses. I mean on the glance.
since you don't know their defenses,
Mhm.
the safer option is to at least go there and do a little scouting.
Okay, let's scout.
So Nara that looks at Verinder and says, "So you're up for scouting again?"
Yeah. Someone needs to keep you lot alive and informed about what's going on.
You may not, I may not be good on your book, but you're so good on my book. He says to with a smile, a normal smile for the first time you see.
It is a small, well,
It's a rare thing. He usually does the bloodthirsty one, but
yes,
that's because
it's
he's
an
excited.
improvement. It's an improvement, a small one though, but okay,
He's a little
Take what we
more
can
so.
get.
Yeah.
exactly.
They are rare, so take it as a sign of things, Winter.
You got a
Necessarily
war
good
face?
ones.
Ah! That's a war face. Now let me see your war face.
Okay,
No, this is gonna
so
be Elena's. This is gonna be Elena's version. He's saying that to Elena. He goes, "Let me see your war face." Elena just does the super Kami Guru fingers.
Needs work.
needs work. You're not crazy enough. You're not bloodthirsty enough.
I'm more sane. That's even more of an advantage.
So, Brindor, you leave the ship on a safe distance and you make your approach during the night or during the day. I mean,
Is that
probably during the night is a better option.
Yeah.
Just making
Yeah,
sure.
I'm gonna do that one.
Okay.
Hmm.
So, you approach. Let me see. The rolls. Okay. Let me see. Okay. So you approach the site. Hopefully, it is visible from a safe distance. Is you can see that there are two elevated platforms that you can see here and there some guards making the rounds. But that is the least of your concerns. The most concerning thing is that they do have some kind of turret with a turbo laser installed on it, and there are also two ASTST units patrolling the area.
Mm,
The bipedal ones,
yeah.
which it seems they are left over from Empire forces that could be there.
Okay. I'll go back and report that to the group.
Okay.
Okay. You know that the big cannon can be devastating against big targets, but it's going to have a very difficult day trying to hit small targets that are literally in spaces that it cannot even aim correctly to shoot at. Which means if you get undetected near the two platforms, you will be safe from the cannon. From the
Okay.
two, from the ASTs though, probably not.
Hey, Wedge,
They
what do
will be able to
So we do
shoot at
need
you.
a wedge
you?
distraction
We
in
need a
any
wedge
case.
distraction, yes.
Mhm.
Wedge him in there.
So, do you want to go there on foot, or do you want to try your luck with the ship and try to blow things up? Of course, blowing things up means you might damage whatever cargo they are trying
Hmm.
um, to ship away. So,
Mhm.
I'd
We
rather
cannot.
confiscate your cargo, personally.
We don't need. We probably don't need the cargo. So that would suggest that we go go stealthily, and if Wedge is up, he can create a distraction with his robot and retreat when it's getting far too dangerous for him and just tell us.
Alana just rolls her eyes sarcastic. Goes, great. More Operation Sneaky Boom Boom.
Nora, Nora that says, "Oh come on, we had fun there."
Did we?
Yeah, I had at least. It wasn't necessarily.
Wait a
It may not
second,
have
weren't you the
shown, but yeah.
first person to go unconscious?
Nora that says, "You lose some, you win some."
If it wasn't for me and Brindle's quick thinking, we wouldn't have got that out of there alive.
And you think any battle is one where you can just get there alive? Get real. Every
All
battle
right,
is a battle
fine.
between life
Just
and
let me
death.
grab my frying pan real quick.
No, no, that's my says. Oh yeah, grab it there, dude. Going with a joke.
Low key, I have considered like starting to dual wield.
Lightsaber and frying pan, let's go.
The ultimate combo.
God.
Okay, what I'm hearing is if we do another D&D, you're gonna be doing sword and board.
No,
Look,
so
the
no.
lightsaber is for killing people. The
The
frying
frying pan
pan
is for knocking them out.
It's for
is for
concussions.
disabling people.
Blunt force trauma.
Frying pans can kill as well.
Uh,
It's
I mean,
also
I was able to dish out quite a bit of damage with that frying
yeah,
pan
you
last time.
were.
you
Here's the thing. I have this and pulls out the lightsaber and ignites it, but I have this, the old trusty.
No, it's I have this, but I like this.
Yes.
I'm trained with this, but I like using this.
Probably just need to reinforce it with some like Durasteel or something. Then it would hit a lot harder.
Elena has a little.
Yeah.
Elena has a little
Oh,
smirk at you.
there was a small problem, I think. Yes, there was a small problem last time with the damage calculation for the frying pan.
Mhm.
You couldn't actually add your dexterity bonus to the damage roll. You could only add
Okay.
your level. because the skill that lets you use your dexterity
is
bonus
basically
for the
finesse.
damage.
Mhm.
No, the weapon finesse does work with a frying pan.
Oh,
Yes. Actually, it
well, I
depends on
have weapon
how big.
finesse.
It
Mhm.
depends on how big of a frying pan we're talking about, because you are also a Jawa, so it could be larger.
I mean,
It's probably an egg frying pan, if anything.
Yeah, if it is a frying pan, if the dimensions of the frying pan is Jawa proportions, then yes, the weapon finesse does work for it.
okay, well,
Elena picking up on your Durasteel comment just notes at you says, "Oh, don't stop at Durasteel, my friend. Let me have a word with Bo-Katan. I'll get you some Besk'gar.
Welcome to
I'll get you some Besk'gar for that."
Welcome everyone. This is a Star Wars game that we
Mhm.
are considering how to make use of a frying pan instead of blasters,
and
lightsabers,
lightsabers.
all the
Yep.
futuristic weapons that the setting gives us.
Look,
No.
look,
Old Trusty is the way to go. I
look,
should have known from the beginning.
look, Miss. What you don't understand is the power of the classics. The frying pan is
Exactly.
a weapon of classics used for comedy since the years. That means that it has some kind of base ground to be used in reality.
But plus, if you think about it,
Give it to you give it to Neo,
Give me
or
that holocron.
better.
I want to learn how to use this frying pan the way I use my lightsaber.
Yep.
the holocron's
Give it
like,
Exactly.
to
the holocron's
give
like,
it to
I'm sorry, Padawan, I
the
don't know what this
associates.
frying pan is.
Give the frying pan to Wedge's associates, and maybe they can turn it into an actual weapon, like a vibro pan, the first of its kind.
No. A vibro pan. No. Better idea, miss.
So long as that would increase the roll from a D4 to a D6.
No,
It is
better,
going to be.
least.
It will be a 2d4 instead of 1.
2D4. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
no,
Even
better
better.
idea, miss. Better idea. Give it to Elena.
You draw. You
Higher
draw
minimum,
the
higher maximum. Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, give
exactly.
it to
You draw the frying pan, and you say, "I have this." But that's not all. And you click the button, and you see and you can see it vibrating. Ha
her. Also, miss, before we turn it into a vibro pan, let Elena take it to let Elena take it to Bo-Katan. Plate that thing in Besk'gar. Give it energy resistant properties as well. It's
Okay,
a
but the
vibro.
plating has to be light. I'm a Jawa.
Besk'gar
I
is
have
light.
-2 to strength.
You can have light. You can get light Besk'gar.
That's an oxymoron.
It would probably be insulting to tell Mandalorian to use.
To use
Besk'gar
their
on a
precious
frying pan.
Besk'gar.
Listen, I want you to
Frying
use your
pan.
holy metal to make me a cooking implement. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
No,
Will be
Bo.
like,
Bo, listen to me.
what?
Yeah, but then I bring it to bear in combat and they see it.
That's what I mean. Elena's not gonna just be right. Look, Bo, I need this Besk'gar on my frying pan to make eggs. She's gonna let Joanne show what he can do with the frying pan, and she'll just go look at Bo and goes, "I see potential." What about you?
Oh God.
We're gonna start a crafting system for making better and better frying pans.
Yeah.
Get to work on it, Briss.
Look, let's KOTOR 2 this crap. Let's break down every single vibro braid we pick up in the campaign and create the ultimate vibro frying pan. We need all those components.
We can do
guys.
that. We can do that when we go back to Ossus.
Look, we need all those
Oh,
components.
sweet Aku, I gotta get me one of these.
It doesn't even vibrate like a vibro sword. It's just enough to like give a visible thrum, and that's it. It just kind of feels weird holding it.
Yep.
It just moves.
I just love this.
It just works.
I just love the
It
idea.
just
It
works.
works. It
It
just does.
works. I just love the idea of Frelis getting a blood-stained pan back from Dwayne, putting it on the frying pan, and goes, Aku provides blood sausage.
Perfect.
Uh,
Oh God, we can go very low when
Riss,
we have to
Riss,
resort to
Riss.
thought power.
I'm not sorry.
Uh,
You're not
me
sorry.
either. I'm not sorry that you did that.
I'm also not sorry because you've given me something else to highlight, Tyron. Get on that.
so, what are you going to do?
I already said what the Ignir will propose. We go the stealthy way if Wedge wants to do this through being a distraction. Okay, if he wants to come with us, okay.
Well, we
But he is either way. We should try to take advantage of not being blown to pieces if possible,
yeah. The only
because
we can
that's the boring thing to end the battle.
the cannon we could deal with. It's those ATSTs that could prove a problem.
If we take out,
Yeah,
if we take
it's
out the cannon, which can begin to take care of distracting the HTAs, and we can keep moving forward. The stealthy part will be short, basically.
yeah, it's a
We stealth to the
possibility.
cannon and then leave it to Wedge to fight them while we keep progressing with the mission. Which is on standby until we take care of the cannon.
Hopefully, this time Riz hasn't got a bag full of dice that has nothing but natural 20s on
It's Mears. He's going to have that.
Hopefully, you never know.
it.
Exactly.
I
It's
can't.
Mears. He's going to have that.
I can't say who's the luckiest person in here. I know.
It's
I
you.
already know who's the luckiest.
It's
Who's the
you.
luckiest one for that combat scenario specifically?
It's you.
Exactly. So let's go. Do we agree with this plan or not?
Yes, it's Operation Sneaky Boom Boom Part 2, I guess.
Oh God. So, Wedge will be staying behind.
Who let the Wookiee? Who let
Wedge will
Wookiee?
be staying.
Who let Wookiee on board? Just asking.
Okay. So, just to make sure, Wedge will be staying behind in case he has a chance to use his mech, or you are all going.
Stab, do you agree to stay behind and just after we take the of the cannon going?
You mean wait for you to do your stuff and going later, or just wait? Stand by.
We mean stand by until we take care of the cannon, and then you take care of HTAs and we keep moving forward.
Well, okay, I'll take care of the SDAs because yeah.
I mean, we could fight them too, but it's better if we can, either you have one attention and we take the other, or something like that. But still, the cannon it has to go. That's a definitive. We agree.
Yeah, okay, the gun has to go.
Because if not, you're going to be in big trouble from what we're seeing.
No, I'm
Or
not.
do I got it wrong?
If he goes there with the mech, it's possible because he will be the main target of the cannon. Number one.
Mm.
Number two, the HTs might deal with him, which gives you more time to do your thing.
Hmm.
So
So
there's that.
okay.
But in any case, it's going to be three, three against one.
How do you feel about that stuff then?
Mirs, how does it? Can I take them out or not? Are they good? Are they bad mechs? I mean, they are scrap.
Uh, they are not nearly as good as your mech,
Okay.
but
The question
if
is
it
how.
was only one of them, it would be a no-brainer.
Okay.
But now it's two plus a
A
big
cannon.
cannon that can. This is the most scary thing.
The cannon is the worst because it's actually giving free shots. Okay.
Yeah.
Is
Uh,
the only way it could be worse is if there's
if
like a mouse logo on top of the cannon, making it a Disney cannon.
you go, no, no, if you go there by foot without taking your mech with the
Mhm.
rest of the group, uh, you will have to deal with the ASTs that you're not going to. This is necessary. You cannot find a way doing this mission without dealing with VSTs. But the cannon won't be able to shoot at you once you are on the platforms. On the area just beneath it, pretty much, because it's elevated.
Okay.
And it's not going to shoot on the cargo area anyway.
Mm, okay. Mm. Okay, so tell me about the area. Is it? Do I have cover?
If you go by foot, you can have cover behind.
Yeah, I mean with a mech. I mean, is there a
With a
cover
mech,
area?
you might be able to have cover in. Let me see. One, two, three. In three specific areas, but
I hear a bat.
still, yes, there will. You will have cover in the sense of having some better
Is it?
chances that you are not going to take the attack full on
It's
and
half
instead
damage.
take
Essential,
collateral damage.
okay. Essential half damage. Okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
you are not. There is no way for you to have full cover, which means you are protected against an attack in any way, shape, or form. You will be attacked, but there are three specific locations that you will be able to take some cover.
okay.
One thing to note, since Brindor was there and scouted the area, we're talking about columns,
Yeah. Can I
uh,
destroy the column and become?
metallic columns, and
Okay.
the ASTs are patrolling the area, so you won't be able to hide from those because they are moving around.
Yeah, moving
So
around.
Mhm.
that means that you can potentially have cover from the big cannon,
Mm,
which gives you better chances to take reduced damage. But from VSTs, you won't be able to hide from them.
Interesting. Okay.
They will just move, to the side and shoot at you with um, without you having any cover because we're talking about a column.
Hmm. Okay, so okay, I'll just go with a mech. I mean, as
Okay.
long they can move fast and deal with the problem essentially, and I'll just retreat later if needed.
Okay. So,
Essentially, I'm guessing essentially
Yeah.
they're going to. If I retreat, they're not going to follow me that far. Essentially, but if they manage to deal with it with the problem, we're fine.
mm, the the ASTs are not as fast as your vehicle, so
Actually, last question: Does
mm,
where the cannon is being controlled?
who
Do we know?
knows? You have to get closer to determine this, and
Okay, okay. So we don't know if it's
it is
automated.
located on a tower on the outskirts of on the
Okay,
one
we don't
side.
know if
Pretty
it's.
much.
I mean, that's the question. Is it automated or is a person behind it? If it's a person behind it, they can go deal with that guy
No,
and
it doesn't seem to
deal with the
be.
rest.
Yeah, it seems to be automated.
Okay, so they have to blow it up if they get close to it or whatever. So they have to keep that in mind. If they can deal damage to it, deal with it. I'm just saying that to the group.
Brindor, since
Okay.
you've been there and you've
Mhm.
seen the
Okay.
layout and all that,
All right.
unless someone
Mhm.
gets to the turret successfully and disables it in one way or another,
Mhm.
without the rest of the people there and the guards uh, taking wind of it, that's the safest thing you could possibly do. Question is, and it's a very big risk,
Mm.
that if you get noticed, you're going to be swarmed
All right.
by the guards. I mean,
Yeah.
so
I'll.
it's
Hmm. All right. Um.
We have to think that we also need an exit, so
Yeah.
that's the thing. Which makes me say, we should probably try to do that too. But
Well, I can sneak back in again, I guess. Maybe.
or we can create the distractions. Which fighting then, when you get pretty close that you are at risk, we can create another distraction in another place.
That sounds too much
Is
like Operation Boom Boom.
I know, but we have to think also trying to reduce risk. So maybe that way, Wedge can come and support us faster.
yes, Tyron, pretty much that. We are going to hack the columns and go around.
uh,
We need to build
Sounds so
additional.
romantic, right?
Yes.
of course, it's the most romantic
The
thing.
only thing I can get from all of this is we need to construct
So
additional
someone's
pylons.
database has been updated quite a while, hasn't it?
No, it's just notifications. Anyway,
Okay.
It's been telling you that you need to construct additional pylons to get it.
Um, so
Anyway, so
all in all, it seems that your best options is if you're taking the mech with you uh, to disable the turret as fast as possible, ideally without the guards taking note of. something like that happening. If that is the case, you're going to have a much easier time. If not,
If not,
if you don't want to take that, yes,
that's what if not.
the alternative, if you don't want to take that risk, is that you all go there, taking as much cover as you can while approaching, so the big cannon won't be able to
Juane's also pretty
target
good
you.
at stealth, right?
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
And Elena's no slouch at stealth either.
The only
I'm
one
gonna
that's a
bet
slouch
there's a
here
bigger.
is Nar.
I'm gonna bet there's a bigger gap between Joanne and Elena than there is
Between
Krieg.
Tyler and Bregdor.
Because let's see,
Yeah.
I've got 22 stealth.
I
The
think
one
I've
that
got
I remember
16.
wasn't that far.
Elena's got a +5 because of her cloak.
18.
So that's.
Yeah, I got 18 stealth. So
With me, I have stealth.
9.
I have 9 +5 from my cloak, which makes it a 14.
13, okay.
14.
Wedge, I don't remember what stealth you have.
I mean, I'm coming with a mech, so do I even
He's
need
gonna stealth through the city with his giant mech.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you cannot. Okay, with the mech, it goes without saying that you cannot
Yeah.
stealth,
I
make a
mean, I
stealth
can roll
approach.
stealth with a mech. I highly doubt
Autobots
it
roll out as
matters.
quietly as possible.
If we are talking about an area that you have ways to hide behind, like inside the city, so you can hide behind buildings and stuff like that, or
I'm just thinking of the scene in Megamind where he's in the giant robot and hiding.
yes. But in that particular case, you won't be able to hide while you
They need more
your
skyscrapers. All right, so we'll first build a number of size skyscrapers. We will then sneak in with the giant robot. I see no problem with this plan.
Yeah.
No, I see make a large wooden horse and deliver it.
No, we'll build a large wooden badger.
No, we need to keep it in setting. We need to make a large wooden bantha.
So, are you going? What is the plan?
We make a large wooden bantha, hire Boba Fett to sit right. We hire Boba Fett to sit atop it and pretend he's teaching Tuskens to drive a speeder.
Boba Fett.
Yes, Boba Fett.
Yes, this is
His
what I
fast
heard.
food restaurant that's not as good as Mick Skywalker's.
Look, this is the plan. Agree or disagree?
Yeah, that's the plan.
Oh god.
It might actually work if you go like this, exactly like this,
Oh god.
with your speeders and do that without weapons, without anything. They will be like, oh, it's just the inmates from the local psychiatric department.
Yeah.
They're going on a small store
So
or
how about
something.
this? If they try to stealth in, and when they get noticed, I come in with a mech around later, essentially. I
Okay,
mean, that's
so
the only way because I'm not going to stealth in. They can stealth in, and if they get revealed or whatever, I'm coming in hot with a mech around later.
All right, starting
I mean,
Operation
that's
Stealth.
the only way to, make
Yeah, I think that
sure.
could cover the rest of us. I think.
oh god,
Do the rest of us
is
even need
anyone
to roll?
is anyone else going? Oh,
Hey, Maris, is that okay?
Mhm.
Is that good enough?
Honestly, with
Ah.
these kind of rolls, we might be able to sneak in the giant robot.
Well, who else is going? No.
Ho
Okay.
ho!
I mean, I have to go on foot, but I'm not good at stealth. God damn it.
No.
Let's wait for Max's
Here goes the
crossover.
bad one. Yeah, that's a 9.
Here's the thing.
Hmm.
Nar could be the Boba Fett in this particular situation.
Exactly! That's the plan! No,
Fine.
no, Max said
He
we needed
goes
to
there
distract.
with the speeder, wearing nothing but the
No,
tattered.
he's not a stealthy guy. He's
That
a
was the initial
warrior.
plan.
Yes,
The
you
plan
go
to
there
get in
without
was Wedge just.
weapons.
No, the real plan is Alana, Juwayne, and Brindle doing the stealth part. Wedge gets in the mech, and then Narb creates a second distraction for the soldiers by driving up on a speed and wearing nothing, and just goes like a bantha.
Like a bunch. Damn it. Okay, so we have the group stealth check. Now I have to make my own checks to see if anyone notices anything.
You're seriously saying that? My role.
Yeah, it's a group effort, so
No one's gonna notice a
there is a
42.
42 there, there is a 37 there, I'm just saying.
And there's also a 27, which is not bad.
Okay. So, you start making your approach from the side that the turret is. Which side do you want to approach? The one that the turret is, or the other side?
Pika's choice.
Whichever side you choose, you will be next to close to a staircase that leads up on one of the two platforms.
You think we avoid the turret?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's avoid the turret.
Okay, so you're going on the opposite side of the turret, and okay. So you're using your stealth capabilities as best as you can. Also, I'm guessing you might want to approach from the place where the columns are, so you will have maximum cover. Okay.
Yeah.
And give me a second to get you on the map. So,
Okay.
Oh my god.
Everything's so blue.
yes,
Where did they get that much blue paint?
it's Blungle. You're on the Blungle planet.
Everything just turns blue over time.
Okay.
Yes, and you see that the aliens there always sing a peculiar song
Oh no.
that gets stuck to your head for some reason.
Oh
Oh
god.
god, it's
Blue,
the it's the
double
lo-
blue,
it's
double
the
blue.
it's the local. No, it's the local band. It's the local band. It's the Blue Cool Brothers.
Yes.
We can already see Nar's skin turning blue because he was the most pale, so it's the most obvious. Oh no, it's spreading.
You're
No,
all
just look at that
smirks
face.
now. It's too late.
No, just look at that face. Blood is still red.
Not if you stay here long enough.
No matter the color, still blood.
Okay, it seems that you have been thorough enough to approach without to
Being
find the
detected.
most opportune times. Yes,
Mhm.
to move in without the guards
Mm.
noticing you. The ones that are making the rounds and watching over the area. You can see that the two ASTs are making. They are moving around. They are not stationary
Mhm.
all the time. And yes, it's pretty obvious when you have cover from their visual. So you get up to that point without any big issues.
See, this map's a little hard to, I can see like where the turret is, I can see the ATSTs. Are there any like important things we should take note on this map?
Yeah, because
Yes, the crates,
mhm,
crates, crates,
mhm.
crates,
Yep.
crates,
Yeah.
and smaller ones. These are the cargo that is slowly but surely they are amassing next to the platforms, and until the ship that is supposed to get them arrives and takes them away.
All right.
So, if you can, it's best that you avoid damaging these.
Yeah,
And
you don't say.
yeah. Also, there is a gate on that uh,
Mm,
specific location and a door that leads underneath that platform.
mm. I think the exit will be around here or here.
Yes.
Okay.
Or it might not have an exit at all. You don't know.
Yeah.
This might be the only entry and.
Uh. Oh, question. What is this?
You don't have to worry about those too much. They're just.
I'm asking because I'm looking for the controls for this.
Okay, okay. No, no, no. These are not controls. They are toolboxes
Okay.
used by the guards and the other people that
If we're
are
looking for
moving around
controls, they'll
the cargo.
be
Inside. Yeah,
if
I
they're on
know.
their map, it'll be inside underneath the
I
platform.
know. I'm just taking a gamble to see if we could, they could be outside. Just to know where they could be. Rare chances or stuff that could happen. That's what I'm looking for. We don't see any kind of entrance to anything below this place, right? From
No,
where we are. Okay.
this platform doesn't seem to have an entrance.
So we have need a way to sneak past this, enter here, sneak to this, enter here, and hope that we are not seen in all of that.
Yes. Also, if you approach from that direction, you'll have
Mm.
to get past the door. You
Yeah.
go on that direction, you'll have to get
You have to
past
get past the map.
Yeah.
that thing.
Hmm.
Or you can get on the platform and start hitting people with a frying pan.
Don't tempt me.
I mean, if he does that, I am willing to go up there with a sword
I bet I can throw shit.
and begin slashing.
I can throw shit with my mind.
God. So,
No, imagine this combo,
Do
Tyrant.
we want to continue stealthing?
Do you want to fight two AT-ATs?
Imagine this combo, Tyrant. You might take if you activate DL10 and I use move object to throw you into one of the guards. They get damage from you landing on them, and you also get a free attack with your frying pan. Get extra damage. able to
We need
deal.
a way to take care of this
Oh no.
and advance here. Damn it.
You have a hidden ace.
Yeah, we know, but is he
But you
going to
don't
act
know
or
that.
not?
Stab, this is your time to shine.
The question is if the ATTs are going to go for him.
It's up to you if you want to. If if you want Wedge to try his luck and see what happens.
If Wedge does try his luck now, we do have a more open path to our goal.
Possibly.
The whole part about Wedge being a
Mm.
distraction, I mean, yes, but at the same time, we were intending to take out the cannon before Wedge came in.
Yeah, we know, but
It doesn't look like that's going to happen.
exactly, that's the thing. We have no choice. We're going
Well,
to.
if we can knock out if we can knock out the ATSTs, we don't really have to worry about the cannon for ourselves until we get close to it. So we'd still be in a better position to knock it out before Wedge gets here.
Okay, how do we do that?
But
Because we
how
will
do we
need at
do that
least to take.
without putting this whole place on alert?
Exactly, we will need to at least take down this one, and when this one goes down, everyone at least here, here and here, is going to notice. At least. Because that's it, taking like the other half of the map is blind. And I assure you, this isn't blind.
Yeah.
Haven't we, hasn't
These
your
things
group
are not
captured
blind.
ATSTs before?
We have capture. I don't disagree. But
We don't have a stealth god teddy bear for one, and two, Elena doesn't have a thermal detonator to force throw into the cockpit of an ATST. So
and we also, the moment we begin fighting one, we're going to have everyone over us. Still the same problem. We just need this one to get out of the way. If we move to here, then we may be able to do a sprint down here. But we need that one to move at least.
and the only way it will move is if Wedge is there to distract it.
I mean, are they standing stationary or are they
They
patrolling?
are not stationary. They are moving around.
Okay.
You can see that this one is currently
Which one?
stopped on that position.
Mhm.
Both of them.
Okay.
They have currently stopped on this position.
Okay, then
And
let's
they are scanning
advance.
the area, looking around, but you've seen them moving while you were making your approach.
Okay, then let's try move here and see their pattern of movement. And based on that, we decide if we
Okay.
call which or not.
Wouldn't it be better to go into this area where we've got some cover while we're observing their movement? Because if it moves to
True.
anywhere that would see past that corner, we're gonna have no cover and we will
True.
be seen.
True. Yeah, we move down there then. We move here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much next to the wall, yeah.
In that position, it will be easier for people on the platform to notice you.
Yeah,
So
that's the problem. That's why I didn't want to suggest that. That's the thing.
you can stay put until you see what the ace is
Yeah,
doing.
yeah. We don't have another option
So
because
after a while, you can see that this one starts moving that way, goes uh, to patrol the landing area
Mhm.
that is over that corner,
Mhm.
and it slowly makes its way down
Okay.
until it gets there, and at the same time, this one makes a small detour to patrol the area from that side.
Okay, so time to
And
sprint
then
it.
you can see it moving towards where you currently are. So they are exchanging positions. They are maintaining their position on the opposite side of each other, pretty much.
Yeah, we have to sprint now, basically.
Hmm.
So yes, the best opportunity is when they are making the rotation, pretty much.
So I have to
We want
sprint
to
it as
pull up a turn order just to
yeah.
have that as a
We
reference for as we're progressing through time.
Let's go.
okay. So initiative.
Oh,
Ooh, that's in 17. That's nice. Having many have a -1.
Yeah.
oh God.
Yeah,
It's okay. I'm invisible naturally.
Yeah.
I'm using my natural invisibility.
God, wait!
Oh God!
Oh
No!
no.
He still has
Terrible.
better initiative than I do.
Yeah, then it doesn't matter if I'm going to be the last guy either way. Prefer.
So, Joanne,
Yeah.
Your turn.
you're the first one. The initiative order.
So we're gonna try to go the clockwise direction, right? Obviously.
Yeah. No, open
Yep.
your legs, let Joanne
All
run under
right.
us.
And assuming
Yeah,
we're
no,
still trying to stealth.
we're going to try the counterclockwise direction. We want the ATA to see us and everyone to
Listen,
basically
we're
be
gonna
our,
clip through some walls so that way they don't see us and we bug out and we can just start traversing without getting
No,
without
exactly.
triggering
That's
any of
right.
their
We
sight
just need to
cones.
find that. We just need to find that perfect vertex that actually allows us to glitch through straight
and
to the other side.
once we get to the other side, we need to T-pose to show our dominance.
All right, hear me out. If we kill one of the party members and stuff them in a crate, we can then move that crate to anywhere on the map so we can get to the place where it triggers the next cutscene, and that'll just warp all the party members to the cutscene, and
Very
that'll let us
clever.
bypass.
Also, you have an alternative course of action. You can all hide inside one of the crates
Hmm.
and wait to be transported to wherever this goes. I
We're
don't know
not
how
leaving our
this is
ship
going to help
behind.
you.
We're not leaving our
Yeah.
ship behind.
Or we could just do
Again.
We have already done that.
or we could just do the
Wedge
episode.
after 3 hours, guys.
Guys?
guys, or we can do the option of we just get a random backpack. Joanne jumps into Alana's backpack and Alana.
Okay, though,
With,
for
with,
positives for getting transported to random other location, it would get us away from Wedge.
I agree.
Anyway,
I am not that against Wedge.
no, but it was funny.
It was funny. It was funny.
Okay, so poll the group, just so I can cover more ground should I search.
Nah, save it.
Yeah, we need to probably prepare for battle.
Hmm.
If
We
this is
just
the
need to
thing,
keep far enough away from the ATSTs. That's it.
from what I read of running, basically, it's just 4 times, but it's a straight line. So
Yes, yes. Plus, if you make a full-on sprint, you're forfeiting your stealth
yeah, yeah.
approach pretty much. It's
So
still it doesn't automatically mean that you will be noticed, but
mm, so yeah, we have at
So do
least
we
the
sprint?
going
ones
to
with
be
the ones with 6 squares have to around here from what I'm seeing to of movement.
mhm. Plus, you can get to that point without
Risking.
fear of being noticed. I mean, you can do that, still be safe,
Okay.
because you have cover from that column over
We
there.
should probably have Jawain where is Nar because he has the less movement, so he can natural, so he can move that way fast. Have better range. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but what now? Because there is no more cover.
Well, at some point we have to run. Not run literally, but I mean, do double movement.
My double movement will literally get me here.
Well, maybe he should use a surge. I don't know.
If I use a surge, my double movement could potentially get me here.
Hmm.
Oh, so you could be where all the soldiers up above can see you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You realize that this is the part that is the most difficult
Yeah.
for making your approach, because there are guards literally overlooking it.
Or
They don't seem very. They don't seem very
worried.
worried about the surrounding area, because they have the big things over there. Plus, it is an open area that they can, look here and there. But this one specifically, it's more important. Thus, they have.
So since we're likely to trigger combat anyway, do we go ahead and start it?
If you want.
Wait, why are we guaranteed to start combat?
Because there's no way to the controls for the cannon without going through literally the most dangerous part of the map.
There is an
Mhm.
alternative way to disable the turret.
I mean,
But
I
it's
guess if we
going to
just go
be.
all the way to the outside.
Yeah, it's gonna be. If you made the approach from the other side, you might be able to approach it without being
Because
noticed.
I'm kind of
because-
thinking just go roughly
But
get some cover here. There's some cover here again. We continue just our way around.
Yeah.
Then when we
there is.
eventually make
The
it all the way
problem is
around,
the problem
just
is waiting this one. We need to wait for this one and avoid being detected by this one.
yeah, we just stay far enough behind it. It's gonna keep moving.
Yeah.
True.
Okay.
So we just keep moving forward. We need to
Plus,
stay
if
far
you
enough
go
ahead of the
back,
ATSD behind us
yeah.
and far enough
If you want
behind
to
the
make,
ATS.
if you want to make a circular movement to end up on the other side, you can move back to the area that is covered in darkness, pretty much, because uh, there are lights lighting the area, but it is around the cargo area where the two platforms are, and mainly on the landing platform that is
Okay.
over there.
So instead
So
of
that means that if you go back enough the way you came, pretty much, chances are you won't be noticeable by
how
the
far will
guards.
he will have to move Jawain to not be noticed? Because he has
We don't.
the moment
Okay,
8.
here's the thing. You can go back somewhat safe with the stealth rolls you've already made.
Mhm.
So pretty much you are going back the way you came to make a big detour around the area and go from and approach from the other side again. The thing is that someone has to climb the turret because you can see that there is no entrance on the big on the tower that is on top of it, and you'll have to make some kind of check to actually disable it.
And the person who has to climb it has to have decent strength.
So Wubinar.
Yep.
So Nar climbs it and stabs his sword into it until it's damaged enough to stop working, is what we're saying. Because he doesn't know how to handle mechanics.
Well, it is possible to destroy it, but we are talking about a massive thing.
Yeah, I know, I'm joking. Let me say the mechanics roll of Nar is a 7. That's not going to do anything to disable this from the top.
Here's what you can do, Max time. You can
Yeah.
go on the turret as Nar, morph into Neo, make the mechanics check, and morph back into Nar.
Oh,
Where's
so
Neo when we need him on standby?
meanwhile, Neonazus fixing stuff.
little did he know that Elena, as the main character, has a button on her comlink that has a secret summon code for both Ketch and Neo, so she can press it and use it whenever the treat requires.
But it has a 1 month long cooldown.
So she knows
So-
to use it sparingly.
Is that what you want to do, or
Any better plans?
I don't have a lot of good smart plans. The problem is not so much reaching the cannon because we have multiple ways. It's disabling it, and our best bet, ironically, is here. We're going to be seen by everyone.
Push comes to shove, so that they can use her once a month Neo summon.
Nice joke, but I'm trying to be serious here.
I know.
So
I know.
what is Wayne's mechanics roll?
Dwayne's
Out of
got
curiosity.
Dwayne's got a decent one, but his strength is Banfer crap.
What
No,
if
my mechanics is 6.
That's decent. Haven't you heard?
Well,
And my
but
climb is 7.
but you can reroll it.
I could
I
throw
My
you.
mechanics is 16.
It's not that.
Okay,
16?
16. Okay, if I could could Nar give a push to Brindor from down below?
No, 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 no,
like
no, no,
that?
no, 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 no. Okay. Shoot. Gosh, this would have worked so well. I could use Surge to jump instead.
That you can do, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But my
probably.
mechanics.
The
sucks.
problem is mechanics, exactly. That's why I'm saying, okay, could Nar give Brindor a push to get up the turret from below with his strength?
You can give him a push to get him a little bit higher, which
Mhm.
means the climb check will be
Easier.
reduced a little. Yeah, but
Still,
still, he will have to cover some distance until he gets on the top.
That's the only.
but
thing.
could make the check possible for Brindor or not? That's what I'm basically trying to ascertain here, because right now it's impossible, right? For Brindor,
Uh,
as it is.
it's difficult. It's difficult.
It's difficult, but if Nar
It's not
gave him a
impossible.
push,
It's
If
not
not gave
impossible.
if not gave him a push, could that reduce it enough to make it much more plausible, not very hard?
Technically, it will be a help action, so
Yeah.
it will be reduced by 2 points, which is not much, but still it's
Okay.
something.
Okay. So what we need to think is how to get Brindor on the turret. But we have different. But first, let's try to think how to get to the turret.
I
Which
mean, we
plan are we
also have
going?
lightsabers to deal with the turret. Like, this should be considered.
I mean,
Oh, right.
Dwayne could surge up and stab his lightsaber into the turret, but how much good would that do?
The problem is that it probably is as secure as a blaster door. I take it, right? The kind of metal.
Yeah, it's very thick.
Wouldn't the lightsaber ignore damage reduction though?
Yeah.
It will ignore damage
The
reduction, but it's still
the
thick.
thickness, it means that it has it is a bulky thing. So
Hmm.
It would still take a while.
That's the problem.
That
That's
If I'm
being
going
maintenance.
to
said-
actually shut it down that way, I have to find the weak point, which is where all the circuitry is, and
exactly.
destroy that and cut through that.
And
Yes,
that
but
is not counting the time that it's going to be between he starts doing that and everyone is like, "There's a John with a lightsaber up there! Shoot at him!"
Okay, I'm gonna make a surprising suggestion at this point. We
Mm-hmm.
want to just end it here for this week. It's getting a little on the later side.
Yeah, we're not doing
Yeah,
the fight with this.
Okay.
Yeah,
we're
we-
not doing this, but at least let's get into something, get something agree, so we're not like "Ah!" and spend an hour
Alright.
doing this next
I
session.
clip through this wall and then wind up magically on top of the thing due to how the game physics work out, and then I just shut it down.
Perfect.
It's
How
fun
about-
because there is something very obvious that none has mentioned yet.
Getting up there and stab it.
No, we literally just mentioned that.
I know, I'm joking.
But
The
there's a problem.
stabbing thing with the lightsaber is possible
Mhm.
to disable it with one hit if you know where to strike. It
Mhm.
still
Hey, wait a
needs
second, wait a
Yes,
second.
guess what? Somebody has actually decent mechanics. Where do
Yeah,
I
exactly.
strike,
It's
Brindor?
It still needs a successful mechanics check to
I can
actually
do that.
find that point.
But here's
Yeah.
an alternative suggestion. Instead of going around, hey Jedi, couldn't you just cut us like through the building?
They would probably notice that in an instant.
Okay,
And
now
it's still the same thing, the thickness.
what about we take a trick out of Wedge's trick book, I guess?
Mhm.
What about if you guys start digging a hole?
Where's the pickaxe? No, wait, where's my frying pan? I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole.
No, Tyron, think about this. Get everyone around in a small circle, and akin to the Ahsoka show, just get Dwayne and Elena to cut a hole in the floor of it. They just lower themselves down to underground. Going, right, which way now?
That will just remove some. If there was nothing underneath what you're trying to cut, then yeah, you just cut an opening and you can get downwards, I guess. Yeah, fall. But in the case of solid the ground, this wouldn't do anything. It would just make
It would just sound
a
like
big
lightsabers.
cut. Yes, a circular cut around you that does nothing pretty much.
Elena uses her one swimmer.
I left my mark.
Another plan could be Elena uses her patented once a month summon call to summon Calcestus, who will show us exactly which ride to climb to get up without being spotted. We just
It's easy, guys. You just press X and oh wait, let me phone Marin. Let me call Marin real quick. She might be able to teleport us there immediately.
yeah. Elena
All right, we'll
summons
just call the Enterprise and
Cal.
have it use its teleporter on us. Yes, Enterprise, could you teleport us like 40 feet south of our position? Wub 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 wub.
No, just let it
Hey,
teleport
we're right on
Brindor.
top of the cannon. Uh-oh.
That's okay. I'll make a mechanics check. Everything will be fine.
Getting Brindar and Janeway on top of the cannon, the problem is they will make them more noticeable, wouldn't it? Both of them still. Because Nar could give a boost to Brindar.
Would Brindor
to
have
lower
to
the
make
weight.
the mechanics check from the top of a cannon?
Would
Not
he
from
be
the
able
top.
to?
What I mean from the top, not on literally on the top of the cannon, but
Just
he
on the
will have to
platform
be
with
on
the
the
cannon.
exactly.
Oh, he will need to be there.
Yeah.
So let's just say we stick with the original plan, stay in between the ATSTs, out of view of the guards, get up to the cannon. Brindor makes his mechanics check, and then Jawayne leaps up and strikes.
Jawain jumps there to strike, and the moment he does that, Nara and Elena should move to begin striking the guards because he's going to be noticed. Jawain, the moment he does that.
Well, yeah.
So yeah. That's the first thing that at least I remember coming up.
Either that, or literally we give the okay for Wedge to come out of hiding, right before we take the cannon out.
Basically, when
That's
you
the other thing.
I would probably say that's a better strategy because then that way we can
Yeah.
have the guards focused on him while we try to do our thing.
The atheist will focus on him, probably, on the cannon. Jawain can jump there, and the moment the guards notice Jawain over the cannon, it's when we go and try to take care of the guards when Jawain disables the cannon.
Yeah.
It's okay, because guess what? I'll still have enough movement to jump all the way up onto this platform, too.
Oh no, I'm not saying you wouldn't have enough movement to jump there. It's that we get enough attention that you are not, hit enough times for it to be a problem. That's more what I worry about.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the best I think we can come up with. We reach the cannon, Cal Wedge, Jawain. We have the roll of Brinder of Mechanics. Jawain jumps and attacks where he needs to attack to disable it. And Elena and Nara begin fighting the guards. Whoop! That's what's going to happen next session, right?
Yes.
Yep.
I guess so.
I guess so, and with
Yeah.
that, I think this is where we should end.
If we start, yeah. If we start now this fight, it's gonna take at
while.
least an hour. So, yeah, and
I don't have
knowing
an hour.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Imagine.
And knowing how things go in
Eh,
battle.
you will roll like 5 20s. Someone will die middle of that or fall down, and everything will go to the crapper.
Here's the thing: if I roll a natural 20 with the guards, you're fine. If I roll a natural 20 with these things,
We're screwed.
Screwed.
Exactly. I
good
didn't
thing.
say we what. I said you roll 5 natural 20s and we're screwed.
Anyway, I think we should
I
stop.
didn't specify the guards.
I'm gonna stop this.
Let's look at the uh, bright side of things. The party now has a plan.
Yeah. And I think I'm going to end the
Mhm.
recording here before we get too far into debating what the plan is or not. So I'm going to save this till next week. So we'll see you next week
Yes.
when we actually have a
Yep.
plan.
We actually have a plan.
Bye.